An absolutely amazing episode of the Mish and Zach podcast coming your way. We talk about Australian Idol. Zach went to Italy for school and we chat about that a bit. But also we do What's Something Cool You Watch this week. And Zach fucking changes up the game and completely shifts the game and makes me have a small breakdown. So enjoy.
Mish and Zach.
Hello and welcome to the Mish and Zach podcast. I'm Zach. Mish is here. Tom's
Hello.
here as well. It's not the Mish and Zach and Tom podcast.
Does that upset you?
No.
If we...
I hate being here. I want to sit outside.
If we held a meeting, like an official meeting, okay,
Yeah.
hypothetical straight off the bat.
Yeah.
I said you guys are Slack, and I'm like, hey, can we organise a meeting?
Slack is our work chat
Well, yeah.
for the listener.
Surely people know that.
No, I never heard of it before I got it.
Neither had I. I hate Slack, by the way. In fact, I'm going to send you a Slack about needing a meeting about how much I hate Slack. But
I know.
unless they want to sponsor us, in which case I love Slack. If I was like, I need to have how you guys for a meeting on Tuesday at 5, and presumably you would both be like, yeah, sure, we've got so much time, no problem.
Yeah.
And then at the meeting, I was like, I think we need to change the name of the podcast to the Mish and Zach and Tom podcast. What would you say?
I'd say no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't
Just
think,
no?
I would say I don't.
Strong name.
I would go. Have you talked to Tom about this? I don't think Tom.
I said, no, this is what I'm doing right now.
In my other podcasts, I have been lobbied to have my name included, and I refuse. And I lobby against it.
Mel and Sam and Tom.
Yeah.
Really.
No. The footy with Tom.
Broden and Tom.
Yeah.
Well, do you
or
do-
just the footy Broden
You
Tom
do?
Barnes.
Do you do episodes of the footy that are free of Broden?
Nah.
Oh, I thought you and Marnie had like a thing.
Oh, only when Broden's sick or whatever, like the show must go on.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. So it's just a hard no to putting Tom's name in our podcast?
Yes.
Okay. That's
I
fine.
wouldn't want to put my name on this if I had more.
No, it's more about I don't want to be a star. You guys forced me to be a star.
No, you're just naturally a star. The people love you.
People love
the people
Tom.
love you. They are like on YouTube in the comment section and shit. People are always just like, Tom's sick. And I'm just like, what about me?
That's fair.
What
Sure,
about
star.
Mish?
What about me?
It isn't
isn't
fair. That was
fair.
written by a man whose
Yeah.
podcast producer was becoming more popular than him. Speaking of Shannon Knoll, who has been your favourite Australian Idol contestant ever?
Back here again.
That was the moment where I said Mish could do commercial radio. She felt a lull.
Yeah.
She thought of a question. She brought it in.
No, but-
I was like, Mish, good
Yeah,
for you,
I'm
honey.
on, baby. I was off last week, so I'm on now.
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't call it. Mish called us. What the fuck was that about?
well, to be
You
honest,
always call
no.
me in. You always call
In
me
fairness,
in.
we're coming back to the Australian Idol question, by the way. But last week we had a whole bunch of technical issues, and Zach and Tom got together and did a YouTube Reacts thing, which was fantastic, and I wasn't phased.
Did you watch it?
100% the
Great
whole way
episode.
through. Great episode. Very funny. I wasn't phased, but I also wasn't aware that you'd done it.
All
Neither
right.
of you told me that you'd done it. So one morning, I'm just having my little coffee. I pull up YouTube and it's like recommended videos of my two podcast partners doing shit without me. And I was like, well, I guess it is nice they didn't call me because I was very busy. But also, you could have just been like, Mishy, we're making an episode without you, because I found out through YouTube.
Yeah, that's
That's
unfair. I
funny.
didn't even realize. I didn't even
funny.
fuck, to be honest.
That's very funny.
No, it was a lot of fun. I want to do one myself.
Great.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
I'll take a week off.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll do one with Tom.
I'm gonna corrupt these files. Favorite Australian Idol contestant. Mish, that's such a big question that will alienate all of our UK and US audience. But God, that's what we do. Look, I have a real soft spot for Shannon Knoll. I've met Shannon Knoll now.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right, you did too.
I did a musical trivia show, which is an incredible show that is great and fun. And he was on the other team. And he's just released a brand of some sort of spirit. It was either a bourbon, a rum, I think. And he gave me a try. And then
It's a good rum.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, it
but
makes so much sense. It's the best product alignment of all time.
Yeah.
Rum and Shannon
Like
Knoll.
Shannon Knoll could do a beer, but like a spirit makes even more sense.
Yeah, Spirit's smart because
Yeah.
he's got that vibe. He's got
Yeah.
the vibe, isn't he, of like a nice spirit. You know, Shannon Knoll co-owns this brand.
Yeah.
Like that's, just that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just couple of like a rum on ice.
Yeah.
Fucking looking out at you've had a hard day's work.
Yeah.
Chuck on Knowlesy, rum on ice, and you look out at it and you fucking go, why would I want to live in a little apartment in the city when I've got all of this?
Yeah, 100%.
This is putting me
You're sitting
in
on your-
crippling debt.
You're on your veranda.
Yeah.
That goes 360 around your property, and you just sit out there, sun setting in the west, over the gum trees.
And you're going, I've just done a 14-hour day.
You've got a
and I'm
couple
in
of your
crippling
kelpies.
debt.
Your kelpies are out and about.
I am going to sell all of this to a Chinese multinational
Yeah.
in the next 5 years.
Yeah. But why would I want to live anywhere
I
else?
want to live anywhere
Yeah.
else. Then Dicko came backstage. Dicko was at the show. And then Dicko and Knowlesy had a hug. And Dicko was like, how are you, mate?
You
Good to
saw that
see
happen?
you."
You saw the reunion of Dicko and Knowlesy?
I was sitting backstage as Dicko and Knowlesy like caught up and had a little chat. And
That's
then,
wild.
And then Dicko left halfway through the show. There was like an intermission. And he came up on stage and he was like, I'm going to go. Good to see you.
Dicko came up on stage,
Yeah.
but he was in the audience.
He was in the audience.
Why did he get up there and
He's
announce that he
fucking
was
Dicko.
leaving?
No, it was
By the way, guys, I'm getting out of
Come
here.
on.
Dicko, you're watching the show.
no, it was.
That is mental that Dicko did that. Why? We can't skirt over that.
Let me explain.
Dicko is an audience member and then had to leave early, so he got up on stage and announced his exit.
No, it was during an intermission.
So he got on stage during an intermission.
No. We were on stage. The audience was in the audience. They were getting beers. The show was having a break because it's like a trivia show. And then they were like going to everyone was like hanging out. The show wasn't on. We just happened to be on stage during the intermission. And he came up and said goodbye to us. He said, goodbye, Zach. Goodbye, Alexi. Goodbye, Ruby Fields. Goodbye, Shannon Knoll. And he left.
Okay.
And as he left, I'd had a few beers and I was very tired and I was a little bit drunk. And I said to him, Dicko, next time I see you, I must please remind me to pick your brains about My Restaurant Rules Season 2. And he was like, okay. And then he left. And it was really weird.
Why did you want to pick his brains about My Restaurant?
Was he on it?
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So
Was he a judge?
no, he wasn't a judge. So what happened was Channel 7 poached Dicko from Channel 10.
Yep.
When he left Australian Idol, he was poached by Channel 7. But it was one of those ones where I think they were poaching more to hurt 10 than to help themselves. So they poached him but didn't really have a job for him, which happened a lot on Australian TV.
Yeah.
And then they made him the host of My Restaurant Rules Season 2, which was the precursor to
My Kitchen
Rules.
which is a much more successful sequel.
So before My Kitchen Rules, they made a show called My Restaurant Rules where a couple would open a restaurant in every capital city. Do you remember this show?
Yeah,
No.
vaguely.
This is
vaguely.
almost
a few seasons, right?
Almost
Yeah.
always Mish
So
would
they
remember this
created
show.
a franchise,
What's this?
like a franchise restaurant.
No, like a restaurant.
From
so
scratch. Like you want to start a Chinese
But you have
restaurant,
to
no
make
worries.
one in every state and territory.
So-
Different people.
different
Oh, I
couple.
thought you meant like you had to make a steak restaurant in every single state and territory.
That's fun.
So
That's the budget on that would be huge.
already, I mean, the budget
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah.
So a couple, it's sort of like The Block, but instead of being in adjacent apartments where they can have drama between each other, they're in different states. And then it was about the restaurant that made the most money. It was kind of a Block vibe more than a MasterChef vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so first season was hosted by Curtis Stone, who'd just been poached from Surfing the Menu.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And then they dropped him for Dicko. And
That's
Dicko was not
psycho.
a judge. Dicko was a host. So Dicko would be like...
Hosts on those shows are my favourite.
But I don't even know if he interacted with the couples. I think he was more just like at the start of the episode, he'd be like, an exciting episode of
Like an MC.
Yeah, he was like,
Hello, fatties.
let's go and check out what's happening over at in the Sydney house, the Sydney restaurant.
That's wild.
And then I remember one couple wanted to do an Italian restaurant on Lygon Street, and they're like, but we're going to do real Italian on Lygon Street, like good Italian on Lygon Street, because it's all like crappy stuff. We're going to do good Italian. And they told the judges in season 1, and the judges were like, there's a lot of good Italian.
Yeah,
the
you
best.
fucking idiot.
They're like, it's the best.
Like, yeah, you can get like crappy Italian.
There's
too,
crappy, but there's like
there's
good.
really good stuff too.
And I don't think they won. I think the one in Perth won.
Okay.
You don't remember
Not even a little
my
bit.
restaurant rules?
No.
Or the poaching of Dicko?
Nah.
Wow.
I remember the show where you would go, there was a professional chef that went to different restaurants and made them better, because there was one in in Heidelberg, which is near where I grew up,
Wow.
which is just the most mid cafe ever.
Which
But
one, Mish?
It's across from Leo's.
Cafe Matto.
Yeah, Cafe Matto.
Are
So
we,
it was
are we
on.
casting aspersions here? Is that a bleep?
No,
No, not at all. Like, I mean, it's a
I
popular
used to go
cafe.
there.
They don't
I used to
care.
go there every day for a coffee when I lived in Heidelberg.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
So it got like a big do-over
Yeah.
from some. I don't remember the show. Very kind of
it must have been
Gordon
My Kitchen
Ramsay
Rules or
kitchen.
something.
Yeah, something like that.
I reckon it was.
And they went there and they were like, oh God, what a shabby place. I'm going to put in some orange pleather booths
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
and some
that is pretty
black
My
and white
Kitchen Rules.
artwork.
Yeah.
Some black and white artwork and
My restaurant.
Yeah.
My restaurant.
But it was
rules.
proper.
and now we're going to put what's this? Scrambled eggs and bacon. That's ridiculous. It's time to put on an
No,
eggs Florentine.
No, it was
different.
literally focaccias. Like
Yeah,
it was like you would
focaccias.
go to Cafe Matto for a focaccia in
Do you know if focaccias
2011.
are back?
Are they?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen all the TikTok breads of the people.
Yeah, no,
with
they're
their
back.
fingers in it. Yeah.
I had a green bean focaccia the other day.
Yum.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, no, like little deli sandwiches are very in at the moment, including focaccia. Hey, let's take a break.
Okay.
And then when we come back, I'll talk about my favourite Australian Idol contestant.
Yes.
Welcome back. So we're talking Australian Idol contestants here on the pod.
Mish asked who our favourite Australian Idol contestants were. She waited very patiently for 15 minutes, and now the reason she asked the question, Mish,
Mine's
who's
a very
your
base answer.
favourite?
It's Casey Donovan.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Well, truly, if you go back and watch her in her season, so she was the winner of season 2. She beat Anthony Kalia.
Plastic, fantastic.
Huge.
Until that performance of The Voice. Oh,
Oh my goodness, right? Casey Donovan was 16 when she did that show.
Wow.
And her voice was outrageous.
Yeah.
Like outrageous. And now she's of course like one of the like most popular musical theatre actors in the country. Like she's in everything. She just did Sister Act and I'm
Yeah.
sure she's going on to something else. Like she's incredible. And she's just got the most incredible voice. Like so good. And everyone was so mad because Anthony Kalia didn't win. And it was just like, shut up. Because Casey Donovan is phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
absolutely. And Anthony Clear's fine. Like he's
It's
fine.
always, I mean, it was that thing of like Casey Donovan had what Shannon Knoll had, which was a bit of like fucking realness about her. She's a real person. But then she had the voice of Sebastian. Hard to beat.
So incredible.
I ever told you about my Italy trip, right? So I did an Italy trip where 3 things happened. So
You've done an Italy trip?
I went to Italy in high school.
that's
Not
right.
because I went to for the listener, not like because I think I say I went to Italy for high school, and that paints a picture of the sort of high school I went to. There's probably a lot of
Barcelona.
listeners like, yes, I went to France.
Yeah.
Like, no, we didn't go to the same kind of school. But then there's probably a lot of listeners that are like, fucking Italy? Yeah, fucking posh school. Then, yeah, I probably did go to a better school than you did. So I went around I went to the Catholic school in the country, right? But there was a lot of Italian people in my area. Sorry about that impression of a person.
I watched so clearly as the cogs in your head turned and you realised that 15 seconds ago you did something insensitive. It's so fine.
It was
so
wild.
Fun.
You know.
Yeah.
No, that was just like everyone that went to a public school.
Yeah, both impressions are insensitive equally.
No, the first one I'll stand behind. I just think my dad worked hard so I could go here. Oh. Do you like my new North Face vest? No. I'm middle class. I'm in the top 1 percentile, but I'm middle class. I got this part-time job at the cinema because my dad knows the CEO. I'm middle class. I used to call myself middle class, and then I worked at a cinema on Chapel Street, and then I would meet people, the person I just described. Their dad was friends with the CEO. That's how they got their job, and they called themselves middle class. I'm like, oh, this is a broad...
Yeah.
There's
Everyone thinks they're middle class.
yeah, 100%. There's a girl I went to high school with that truly tried to have a conversation with me at our like it wasn't the reunion, but it was like a catch up 10 years into the like graduating or whatever. And she was just like, times are so hard now. And mind you, at the time I was like renting, struggling comedian. A lot's changed, thank God. Oh God. Anyway, and they said, times have changed. Like things are very different for like the way it was like with my family and with me. Our house is this very modest one story, very modest. And if you compare it to the like really big mansion my parents lived in and the mansion they grew up in, it's like we've had to downsize heaps. And it's like, you own a fucking house in Ivanhoe. Shut the fuck up. Like,
Wow.
But and they were genuine. It's like, it's been a massive, massive like downsize for us and times are hard. It's like, you bought a house when you were 22. Like,
Isn't it all relative? Isn't it all relative for everyone? Anyway, my point is, sorry about the second impression, not sorry about the first one. And also, who cares? Whatever. Everyone's in. But my school wasn't that fancy. It wasn't like school trip to Italy for everyone. It was. I had to write an essay. A lot of people from my hometown were from that hometown. I had to write an essay, and then we did fundraising, and 15 of us went. And I went to Italy for 3 weeks. And on that trip, I just think this is such a funny little thing of like how much Australia changed. Because when I left, it was before the election, and it was John Howard versus who was the Labor guy in 2000?
Beazley or something?
No, after Kim Beazley. He's now in One Nation.
Keating.
Is he? Oh, yeah, no.
So it was when I left, Latham was sure to win. Latham was absolutely going to win. Latham was cool and people liked Latham. When I left, Dancing with the Stars didn't exist. And when I left, there was no way Plastic Fantastic Anthony Kalia was going to win Australian Idol.
He wasn't going to win. Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way. He was just like this Plastic Fantastic boy. I left. And this is sort of before internet was really a thing. So I kind of left. I came back. Howard won the election and it was such a like landslide. Of course he was going to win. I was like, why? Because of a handshake. I missed this handshake that happened. They were just like, oh, you didn't see the handshake. Yeah. Anthony Kalia, Plastic Fantastic, was sure to win because of The Voice, because he did a song. Was it The Voice? No, it wasn't The Voice. It was, yeah. Because of The Voice. And Dancing with the Stars was the biggest show on television.
That's so funny.
And I was just like, what has happened?
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was like a seismic shift.
That's a crazy 3 weeks. It's like, reminds me sort of when COVID happened.
Yeah.
I was filming on a ship. So like I was doing a 4-day long shoot or something like that. And it was out at sea, literally
Did you stay
No.
in the ship?
But it was like you would be out there from 6 a.m. till 10 p.m. kind of thing. And I knew that this COVID thing was happening, but I wasn't around anybody. And so I went onto the ship and it was like, there's this thing, this COVID thing, and a lot of people are getting sick. And by the end of the shoot, it was like, social distancing, get out, get into your houses or whatever. And everyone had already processed are we taking this too seriously? It sounds like this isn't what is this COVID thing? Is it just a cold? Everyone had processed that and gone, no, it is very serious and this is a necessary precautions that we have to take. So 4 days I came back and I'm like, is it really a thing? Is it what everyone's like, you're way too far behind. It is a thing. Here's 4 days worth of research that you need to do. P.S. Watch the news more often, Mish. Hey, want to play a fun game?
Yeah.
What's something
do
cool
it.
you watched this week?
All right. What's something cool you watched this week with Mish, Zach, and Tom? Can I break the rules with my something cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I guess I can. It's the Mish and Zach
Yeah.
podcast. Mish is feeling very tense about this.
What?
She was just like,
Yeah, what do you want to do?
kind of have a thing going.
It's my favourite segment, but okay.
It is something I watch, but it's two things, and it's not this week. So it's two things I've watched recently, because I realize that every time we do this segment, I just look at my letterbox, and you don't log TV shows. So there's two TV shows that I've loved that I haven't mentioned, which is The Rehearsal and The Studio. Both awesome TV shows. So, I mean, everyone here, people listening have probably heard of them, but The Rehearsal season 2 is amazing. Have you watched it yet?
I can't watch more than an episode at a time. It's
Because
so
it's too tense.
so tense. It makes me so uncomfortable. It's incredible because no show has made me feel that way before.
Yeah.
But I can't binge it. I can't sit down and watch
That makes
it.
sense. I watched it episode at a time. I can see how... have you watched much Nathan For You?
No.
I feel like that's a good in because that's like an easier version of what he does. So Nathan Fielder, for anyone listening who doesn't know, Nathan Fielder does sort of like... man, it's like he's been doing it for so long, it's so hard to describe. But he sort of does what Ali G did in terms of he does comedy with real people. But the way I would describe what he does is he plays the straight guy and he shows the manipulation he's doing to make the other person the comedic person. And it's very morally grey, but it is so incredible. And season 2 of The Rehearsal is, if you can avoid spoilers... If you can avoid it, it's probably too late. But I would say try and watch it as soon as possible because it is wild. The last episode, I wasn't even laughing. I was just like jaw on the floor. Fuck, they did that.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
That was amazing. And then The Studio is really, really fun as well. That's Seth Rogen. It's sort of
I
like
wanna
done
see
in
this,
big, long
yeah.
takes. It's on Apple. It's done in big, long takes. It's about a studio executive. And it's one of those shows that I feel like everyone can enjoy, but it's got enough like deep dive references and it feels very like, it feels very real. Like it feels like, you know, I've read a few books about this world, not a lot. You know, I've had the slightest taste of this world, not a lot. But it just feels like very based on truth and like very real. And it's just all about this studio executive that loves movies, but like him being like torn between loving movies and, you know, the commercial realities of it all. So like a lot of the series is about him making a Kool-Aid movie. Like a Kool-Aid branded movie. It's really good. I don't want to give it away too much, but it's like, it's the most incredible cast and it's done like fake, not single takes, just long takes. Like every take is like 1 minute to 5 minutes long, except for one episode, which is one long take. But it's so fun. It's definitely, you'd love it. You'd love both of them. So
I
was
really
like,
do want to see
got to
The
say
Studio.
both of those ones. So I broke the rules, but they are cool and I watched them.
No, that's so fun. And also that counts. There are no rules. I thought you were like, can I break the rules and not play this or something? I was going to get pissed. But it's something
I
that,
knew exactly he was going to do something from last week for sure.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. You don't. That's fine. You didn't. I'm not even slightly miffed by what you just did.
Yeah, I knew. I was, as I said it, I was like, what did you think I was
waiting
gonna
to
do?
get mad at you.
What did you think I was going to do?
I don't know. You were probably like, I was worried you were going to say something like, I didn't actually see anything, and what I want to talk about is like,
Australian Idol season
yeah,
1.
something like that.
Right. Yeah, that I was going to just...
Yeah.
No. You could have just lied as well and said you watched both this week.
All right. So something cool that I watched this week is I watched Thelma and Louise,
Hey, great.
and I think that Thelma and Louise is perfect. As close to perfect as a film can get. I think it is so good. I've seen it before, obviously, but it just fucking slaps so hard. I am obsessed with Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis in this film. I just think I've not seen a movie that kind of tackles like female friendship and like independence like Thelma and Louise does. And I just love them. I love the journey of it. It's about, I mean, people know what Thelma and Louise is about. for Christ's sake.
I never heard of it.
audience.
Oh,
younger
you've never
audience.
heard of it? Okay, so
heard of it
Thelma-
as like in songs or something.
These-
Reference in songs maybe.
these two women, like one of them works at a diner and the other is a housewife. And they have these very kind of like like not sheltered because it's not like, but like very closed off life. They live in a small town. One of them is completely controlled by her husband. The other is a slave to the man and works all the time and like, but they're mates and they decide to go on a trip. They're traveling to some sort of like resort or spa or something, but it's like a little road trip. And they're just best mates, and the friendship between the two of them is really, really great. And in the first, I'm not going to spoil anything, but in the first quarter of the film, something happens, and it makes their trip go completely like in a completely different direction. It's as simple as that, but it is just so good. Yeah. It's just it's a really, really good like exploration of friendship and like starting your life again and stuff like that. And it was just a really, really. I think it could be my favorite Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
And I just love it. It's like it. I have a list, a top 30 list on Letterboxd.
Oh, and might make it on.
It did.
Oh, wow.
Immediately after watching, I'm like, why is this not in my top 30? Because it's just I can't fault it.
I got to rewatch it.
Yeah,
Ridley Scott is. We've talked about this on the podcast before because John Leguizamo was in probably his worst film.
Which one?
Oh, that one with
The Counselor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. And Ridley Scott, I believe, is as good as the script. And in a way that I really respect. I think he's just like, if you've written a bad script, that's on you, bro. I'm going to direct that.
Yeah.
And so when he has a good script, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Hey, that was an awesome What's Something Cool. You watch anything cool, Tom?
I have a funny story for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I watched the movie for the first time in ages and I turned it off about 40 minutes in.
Yeah, go for it.
And I chose it because I thought it was going to be like a bit of a sexy thriller like Mish
Yeah.
likes.
Oh, I
And
love that.
I in my head, I remember it being like an incredibly well-reviewed film and it was like popping and stuff. So I was like, I'll fucking watch this because I was sick on Wednesday, Saturday off. So I was like, fuck it, I'll watch a movie.
You must have been really sick because you don't take time off.
No, I don't. Yeah. Well, it was more that I didn't want to infect anyone.
Did you get that cold, that flu?
That was going around.
Nasty.
Still a little congested, but
yeah,
feel
me
great.
too. I'm a little
Yeah. Gone Girl.
Oh, yeah, not sexy at all.
What a bad film.
Yeah,
Had to turn it off. Couldn't
Great
handle
book,
it.
really good book.
Really?
Read the book in a day, and then the movie came out like a year later after I read the book, and it was just like, nah, I'm not, and I'm going to say it now on record. I'm not a huge Ben Affleck fan.
Sure.
Oh, Affleck, yeah. Okay.
I really like him in the good films I've seen, like Good Will Hunting.
That's my favorite Ben Affleck
He's
film.
so
for sure.
good.
But
But yeah.
I'm just not a
But
huge
that's
fan
the right role
of him.
for him.
Yeah. And there's another one where he's a naughty boy and he falls in love with someone. The accountant? No. That's one where he's like, shoot.
Argo?
I don't know. There's a couple of good ones, but yeah, I get
Gone
it.
Girl is so far from sexy.
Yeah, I wasn't watching it because I
reckon,
thought it was
Tom-
sexy. I was watching it because I thought it was like very
fun.
well. I thought it was a top 100 film that I should watch before I die. And when I watched it, I was like, as soon as the turn happened, I was like, I'm
If
out.
you ever find yourself going, I want to watch a movie, please contact one of us.
Yeah, I don't know why.
We can tell you.
Yeah,
There
I could
are
think of
5
Tom
movies.
movies.
If you were like Gone Girl, we go, why are you in the mood for Gone Girl? We could have recommended 7.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah, so I've
Tom,
watched 7 a few times.
I'm going to create a letterboxd list
Yeah.
called Movies I Recommend for Tom.
Yeah.
Like my top 5 movies for Tom or something like that.
Yeah.
And I will put them in there.
Can we do a shared letterbox list?
Can you share lists?
I don't know. Maybe we
If you
do
can, it would be
2
fun.
lists.
Like a Spotify.
That's a fun episode one day though. Like you and I will take Tom through recommended movies for him.
Yeah.
Oh, write that down.
But am I misremembering? Was it like super hype and super well reviewed, or am I making that up?
It was hyped.
Well, yeah.
Because
right.
the story is very good and the book was really popular.
Right,
Gillian
okay.
Flynn wrote the book and the
it was
book
very
was
popular?
so popular because when you read the book, the twist famously, I'm not giving anything away here, there's a big twist halfway through the book.
that's why I turned off the film.
Halfway through the movie. And when the twist happens in the book, it's just like, whoa, Jesus, like it happens so and everything changes and you're reading this really interesting murder mystery essentially. And then all of a sudden at the halfway point, it's just like, what? And when you're reading it, I think it had a different kind of impact to the film, I think.
Finch is very cold and very, I don't know. I can't be bothered talking about Fincher, but maybe it needed a trashier director or a more spicier director.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. I haven't seen the film since it came out.
I genuinely thought in my head it was like a Chinatown.
You see Neil Patrick Harris's dick in it.
Do you?
At the end,
yeah. I genuinely thought it was one that everyone holds in high esteem.
I think when it came out, it had a lot of. It was I wouldn't even say it was loved then. It was it was big when it came out. But no, it's not in the Chinatown.
Yeah, not in the really high regard, universally loved.
I don't think it's thought about that much. I think of his more recent films, the one that is like canon is probably Social Network, I would say.
Which I've seen like 10 times. Both
I need to
films
rewatch Social Network.
It's one of my favourite films. The score is phenomenal. Yeah.
Have you seen his version of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
No, I haven't.
That's better than...
Save these. We'll put them on the list.
Yeah, but that is better than Gone Girl.
Love that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
See you on Thursday, everyone.
What for? What are we doing?
We're doing something a little bit different. No need to watch. We just thought we'd mix it up. You know, we're coming to the end. We've only got about 5 or 6 things left to watch. So we thought we'd drag it out even longer and do something a little bit different. Should I say?
No.
Well, I'll see you then.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
The Mish and Zach podcast is recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We believe that our collective culture will never reach its full potential until we embrace the history and the truth of the oldest cultures of this land.